guys. Tim with Defense Mechanisms. I want to take a few minutes today to talk you through all of our cold weather apparel, the individual layers that we make, kind of why we designed them the way we did, the features we added, and just kind of talk through to each one. Let's just jump right in. The first layer, kind of our next to skin layer that we offer, is our baseline layer. This one is the baseline pullover. Here we go. It's made with a long 3/4 zipper, so you can vent it. All of our zip up products, we like to run a really long zipper in the chest. It gives a little more venting options. If you have a kit on and you're wearing this, you know, it can be hard to just take this off if you need to adjust temperature. And so under some kit, obviously under a carrier, this is hard to zip, but under like a chest rig, you can zip this right down. Things about the baseline, we use Polartec Power Grid, so it's a grid fleece style insulator similar to military waffle top, very similar in material choices. We make these long so they're easy to tuck in. With a drop tail, you can see how the back is longer than the front there. With a drop tail, so it stays tucked in, keeps your bum covered, no cold air coming in the back. Like everything we do, we make the sleeves long on this. We're long arm dudes, and so we'd rather have the sleeves long, and they can be pushed up a little bit on you shorter guys. But we want these to fit good, be comfortable, be trim. Extreme cold weather next to skin, right? If it's winter in Minnesota, this is a great next to skin layer. But a lot of what we're seeing mild conditions, spring and fall. We're seeing guys wear these as kind of a mid layer over a t-shirt, that kind of thing. We offer the baseline in that 3/4 zip setup that I just showed in the pullover. We also have a hoodie, which is a crew neck design, depending on what you like. Both are available. Same, all the other features are the same, but more options. Sticking with that baseline, we also offer a beanie, and we offer this beanie in 2 cuts. This is our Watchman's version of this. This is just rolled one time, kind of Watchman's style. Everyone's used to this. This is really nice if you're wearing this, you know, standalone. But we also offer a Peruvian cut, which has like an outline of your ears, and that's a really nice cut if you need to wear it under a helmet or any other kind of headgear. It's a little lower profile. The Watchman's gets doubled up, so it's twice as warm on the ear, but it's also twice as thick, whereas the Peruvian style can keep you warm, comes down, covers a little bit more of the ear line, and is a little trimmer to fit under layers like a helmet and that kind of stuff. We also offer a baseline gaiter, which is meant to keep your neck warm, you know, to couple with all our other layers, so that between the collar and your hat, it's keeping your neck and ears warm. Both the beanie and the gaiter are double layer of grid fleece, which is why you can see the grid both on the inside and the outside, whereas the tops are single layer, so the grid is only visible on the inside, but 2 layers of this on a top is just too warm and too bulky, whereas in the gaiter and the beanie, it's a perfect application for 2 layers. Moving up from the baseline, kind of our dedicated mid layer is our Nexus. This one's shown with a collar, also available with a hood. The Nexus adds pocketry, one big kangaroo pocket to the front here, that same large zipper for venting. We're using a Polartec Wind Pro here, so it's a little more wind resistant. It's a hard-faced fleece, so it's again a little more wind and weather resistant. This will handle a light precipitation. It kind of beads up, handles well. This layer is also really good at venting, and so if you are doing a lot of active stuff, I wear this layer in the winter when I walk the dog in the bluffs. Very active, very sweaty. This layer handles that, keeps me warm, but also vents off all that built up heat. Nexus is, like I said, it's available with a hood or a collar, all on the same product page, kind of dealer's choice. We run these a lot of times under a rain jacket in pretty severe conditions. You can layer these under Helion Type B. You can layer this under a lot of stuff, but a lot of guys are wearing this like a sweater, you know, over something like the baseline or a t-shirt, depending on weather. And this is just, you know, one more layer in your arsenal of defeating the cold monster. Kind of from there, we're moving into our insulated puffy stuff. The Helion being kind of our flagship model in that regard. Shown here with the hood. Helion is also available with just a collar, depending on your use. I know a lot of guys who have to jump out of helicopters prefer not to have hoods. I've definitely had those conversations. So we offer both. Your call. If you're not jumping out of a helicopter and you want really easy head warmth, the hood is a great option. Generous hand pockets on both sides. This obviously is full zip, so they're not pass-through pockets. You can get the Helion with Velcro on the sleeves or not, depending on what you need. The Helion is kind of designed to be athletic fit, close fitting. It's trim. It's very warm. It's very insulating, but it has this vented, the same WinPro fleece on the side that the Nexus is made out of. This gives you some stretch, allows it to fit closer to the body. But if you're concealing a weapon under this jacket, that stretch allows you the space you need to draw to pull the garment out of the way to clear the garment. It also runs up into the armpit here, and so this power stretch side will vent out some extra heat if you're starting to get built up. But because this is a puffy layer, nylon on both sides, being really sweaty in this is never going to be as comfortable as in a baseline or a Nexus. This will never be able to manage heat as well as those, but it does give you some options for venting heat out the side compared to like we'll see some of the other layers. The Helion is kind of our first insulated product. Is one of the first things we did when we came out, when our brand launched, and we envision this being worn under armor, and we see that a lot in really cold conditions, but it's become really popular as an outer layer or a mid layer. You know, this underneath a rain jacket is going to get you through pretty much anything that Mother Nature can throw at you. So that's kind of the standard Helion. Moving on from the Helion, we have our Helion Raid line. And just like the Helion, you can get this with or without Velcro, with a hood or a collar. In the Raid line, we now are starting to offer the option of having pockets. This one is shown without pockets. The Raid was originally designed to be a little easier to wear under armor than the standard Helion. So we go with the WinPro style fleece for the whole body. This makes it a little lighter, a little more maneuverable, a little easier to tuck in and stay tucked in. And with that original design intent, we didn't plan on pockets, but a lot of you guys are asking us for pockets, so we added the same pass-through kangaroo style pocket that you can find on our Nexus. So when you look back at this video, take a look at the pockets on the Nexus. If you order a Raid with pockets, it'll be just like that. It's a handy option, but again, if you're wearing armor, those pockets might not be easy to get to. But we're seeing a lot of guys wearing these more than just when they're in armor. So if you need some good warmth that is a little more flexible, a little more adaptable to your mission, you can tuck it in, you can wear it with your uniform, the Raid might be worth looking at. Now moving up from the Raid, we get to our Helion Type B. Our Type B is more like our original Helion. And again, with Velcro or not, with a hood or collar. The big difference between the Helion and the Type B is that on the Type B, we've eliminated the WinPro side stretch. And what that ultimately does is it makes a warmer layer. And so our Type B is the jacket that we wear in the coldest parts of winter in Minnesota for more active use, right? When it's below -40, none of these layers here are -40 jackets when you're sitting still. But the Type B has no problem handling that weather when you're not out in the weather for extreme long periods of time, or when you're going to have some level of activity. The Type B is the option for that. In order to make the Type B functional without the side stretch, we've increased the sizing a little bit. So this is a little more generously sized layer. It's a little more boxy, a little roomier. It does have an adjustable draw cord in the hem that is accessible through the pocket inside here. And so that the stretchy draw cord is what allows you to access a concealed firearm compared to the stretchy panels, the mechanical stretch in the standard Helion. But if you're looking for something a little bit warmer, the Type B is definitely an option for you. Also, if just fit-wise, you find that our Helions fit you too athletically, this is definitely a more relaxed fit, a little more comfortable for some users that are a little more barrel-shaped like myself. And the last, kind of moving off the Type B, is we have our Type B Pullover. And this is probably the warmest of all of our layers. Instead of the full-length zipper in the front like the Helion and the Helion Type B, this gives us a really long, almost half-length zipper for pullover style. And this gives us a giant pass-through kangaroo pocket This is really great to keep your hands warm in the coldest of conditions. It's really easy to stick your hands in there. It also gives you double the insulation, as this pocket's fully insulated on both sides. So it gives you double the insulation through kind of your lower core where some of your internal organs are. Keeping those warm is key to fighting hypothermia and the worst cold conditions. Again, available with a hood or a collar, available with Velcro or not. But if you're looking for the warmest layer that we currently offer and you like the idea of a big pass-through pocket, this pullover might be the option for you. Just like our Type B, it's a little boxier in its cut. It uses the draw cord at the waist to cinch it all up, to kind of give you that ability to draw a firearm. It's a little more relaxed fit for those of you, again, who prefer that over the tight athletic fit. That wraps up all the Helion jackets. One thing to note, I've kind of talked about this whole time, you can get the Helions with hood or collar. Here's an example with a collar. This one also shows our optional patrol features. A couple loops here for command mic and Velcro or pin-on badge over your heart. And so if you need those features based on your department's SOPs requirements, or how if you're not wearing an outer carrier and this is going to be your outermost layer, you need to add those identifiers, or you need a place to hold the mic. You can add the patrol features at no cost. Just understand that though we try to hold inventory of a lot of our popular options, we don't hold inventory of patrol features. So if you do order that, expect to be made to order. However, a lot of our stuff is made to order anyway, depending on colors and sizes. So probably not a big deal. But that kind of gets you through all of the standard cold weather tops that we offer. We do make Helion pants as well. It's a full zip pant for extreme cold weather use. One of the questions we get a lot about these is, what is their temperature rating? And it's a trick question because there isn't really temperature ratings in apparel. Your particular metabolism, what you've had to eat today, your body type, the activity level that you're going to have, your cold resistance level, right? Some people who live in Minnesota are a lot more tolerant of cold than people who come up here from Florida for the weekend. And so all of that stuff goes into what you will find comfortable in each of these layers. What we typically say is if you are going to be inactive, completely inactive, then you're not going to be comfortable in most of these layers below freezing. These are definitely not sit in the woods and don't move for hours on end in the most harshest of weather. This is not what that's for. I am working on something like that. You'll see it next year, but most of what we're expecting you to be doing here is doing your job. We're expecting you to be working in these, and so there's going to be enough getting in and out of the car, walking up, talking to people, moving around. That basic just activity is going to be enough to push these well down into the teens for comfort rating. Obviously, with a Type B being warmer than a standard Helion, being warmer than a Raid, being warmer than Nexus, being warmer than Baseline, kind of as I talked through. Just understand that there isn't going to be a perfect answer. You're not going to be able to message my customer service and have them tell you exactly what comfort rating you'll find in these. It's going to be based on, again, like I said, your personal metabolism, your what you've eaten, the calories you put in your body, your activity level, and then just your cold resistance and where your body already naturally finds comfort. Hopefully, this has helped you just kind of understanding our Baseline, Nexus, and Helion lines. If you have any questions about any of these products or anything else that we offer, please hit us up at contact@Defense Mechanisms or message us through any of our social channels. We really appreciate it if you guys get on there, like, subscribe, share. That helps us out a ton. If you have any questions about, again, any of these products, or if you have any ideas for new products, things that you need that would help you do your job better, please message us. We love that stuff. Those ideas drive a lot of our new product development. As I'm sure that you've been watching, we've had some cool stuff coming out, and a lot of that's been driven by customers, agencies that we are partnered with, and user feedback. So we appreciate all of that stuff. Thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.